So let's look at your scoreboard. Let's look at your scoreboard. If you want to discover your level of success in this world, let's look at your scoreboard. If you want to figure out your progress this year, last year, the year before, let's take a look at your scoreboard. The scoreboard reveals the truth. It tells you whether or not you're winning or losing. It's very simple. It tells you the progress that you're making in your life, how far you are ahead, how far you are behind, really. Let's look at the scoreboard. There are 5 areas to the scoreboard, and this is what I teach my clients. So I'm giving you the inside tea of what we do in my mastermind. I'm giving you the inside tea. Number 1 is your weight. What is your weight? And what is your weight compared to the distribution of your height? Okay, because that'll tell you if you look at somebody's weight and you look at their height and you compare it, that'll tell you very quickly if they're winning in the area of health. So look at your weight. How is your weight? Are you underweight? Are you overweight? Are you right on weight? Do you feel good about your weight? That's the first part of the scoreboard that we look at. That's number 1. Okay. So in this area, I want you to give yourself a score based on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 is perfect. 1 is bad. 5 is somewhere in between. You're about average. Okay. How is your weight? How are your vital signs? How's your blood pressure? How's your oxygen level? See, it's vital signs because these are the vital things that are a part of your health. Okay. This is the biggest part of your scoreboard. This is the indication of how you're really doing in your life. Are you really winning or are you losing? And your health is number 1. Okay. Number 2, your money. Your money. How's your bank account look? How's your net worth? How many properties do you own? How you doing with your rent? Right? These are the areas of life that tell you if you're winning or losing according to your personal scoreboard. You can't look at anybody else's. This is all about you, boo. This ain't nobody else's scoreboard. This is yours. Okay? So, how's your money look? What's your net worth? And I promise you, your net work is equivalent to your net worth. The people that you hang around with, you're probably about in the same income pool as them. So check your friends, check your coworkers, check your colleagues, check your church mates, check your people in your neighborhood. You're about in the same income level as those people that are around you. Okay? So check the scoreboard. That's the second part. First part is weight. The second part is money. Number 3, family relationships. How are your children? Are they thriving? Are they adults? Are they independent? Right? Do they love their freedom? Have they learned the skills to pay their own bills? That's it. Okay? That's number 3. Number 4, how are you doing in your career? Are you making a contribution? Do you have a legacy? See, when people say your name on the job, what do people think about? Have you left anything good? Right? That is another part of your scoreboard. And the last part of your scoreboard, number 5, is your overall energy level, your overall vitality, your overall, your zest for life. Are you excited to be alive? Do you love being here? When you wake up, do you feel like you're on purpose, in purpose all the time? Or are you dragging your ass around here? That's a part of your scoreboard. Those are the 5 parts of the scoreboard. Number 1 is your weight. Number 2 is your bank account. Number 3 are your family relationships, especially with your children. Number 4 is your career contribution, your legacy to the world. And number 5 is your overall energy, How good is your energy to the world? Are you excited? That's number 5. Okay. So those are the 5 different parts of the scoreboard. Every single time we reach an end of an era, it is important for you to sit down and write down your scores and give yourself an evaluation and make sure that you're honest and you go get feedback and you ask for support so that you can improve these areas. Because why aren't you a 10 with your health? Why aren't you a 10 in the area of money? Why aren't you a 10 in the area of family relationships? Why aren't you a 10 in the area of career contribution and legacy? Why aren't you a 10 in terms of when you wake up every morning, your energy that you're giving out to the world? Why are you not a 10? Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real, all the way, Holyfield, Happy Meal, all the way real. And let's put this in the journal. See, this is what we write about in our journal. This is what we do every single morning in my camp. This is how we move the needle a little bit every single day, because baby steps are still steps. And if you know that you need support in these areas, you need a community to come alongside you and help you, actually give you some resources, some tangible resources to improve these areas, reach out to me. Okay, if you know you need a community, type the word community, and I will send you the link so that you can join us. We have moved to a new platform. For those of you that are used to seeing me inside of the groups, all the groups have been moved to a new platform. It is a brand new era. Okay, it is a new era. We are strategic and intentional. Our partnerships are on purpose. And we look at the scoreboard for each other. And we share with each other. Hey, guess what? I got support for you here. We are authors. We are successful authors, but we are also coaches, speakers, and entrepreneurs in my camp. And what we do on a daily basis is we get up and we practice success strategies. And one of the success strategies that we believe in wholeheartedly is daily brain dumping. If you're not daily brain dumping, you're carrying a lot of baggage into the new day. I don't want you to do that. So start the daily brain dumping. And if you need support with the daily brain dumping and how to do it and what it's all about, then you need to grab my workbook. It's Your First Book workbook, and it talks about getting your mind ready for the identity shift to become a successful author. There's a whole identity shift that you have to do. Okay. There is a whole identity shift that you have to do before you can even think about putting a book out on the market. Because if you are still in the state of trauma, which I was in 2017, I was in the state of trauma. I didn't really know what I was doing by putting that book out. So my book that came out in 2017 was all about my trauma. I was still in a state of trauma. So my content at that point was out there, but it wasn't really out there. And what happened was people were triggered by my trauma because I wasn't quite sure how to tell the story without oversharing. See, some of you are oversharing, and I can teach you how to not do that. Okay. I can teach you how to not do that. I've had to work with multiple coaches. I had the pleasure of working with multiple coaches who taught me how to tell my story without living in the trauma and without being triggered and without triggering other folks. Because there's nothing worse than putting out a book and you think that it's a healing journey, right? And then you end up triggering other people. That's the power of working with a coach and being a part of an author community who can come alongside you, walk with you on this journey, step by step by step by step. And for those of you that you're interested, you want to get into this community, you can get into this community today for $1. That's it. $1 whole. That gets you into the community, that gets you into the new platform, and it gets you into the conversation, because we're going to be taking a deep dive later on this evening about how to change the scoreboard for success in the new era. Okay. All right. So check the comments below for the link to get into this community for $1. And then we will go from there. We will help you shift your identity, because in this new era that we are in, we are not only putting out content that is transformational, but we are also traveling the world. We are traveling the world and we are impacting lives everywhere, because we finally have a clear sense of purpose. We finally have a clear pathway because we understand why we're still here on the planet. See, when you start to understand why you're still here on the planet, life becomes very easy for you. Your yes becomes yes and your no becomes no. You don't have to second guess yourself. You don't have to overthink. You don't have to do anything except just be amazing. Just be who you are. Show up. You don't have to chase people. You don't have to hunt people down. You don't have to continue to overshare and over explain, and you don't have to defend yourself or any of that. All you have to do is show up in your true, authentic self, in your own true, authentic voice. All you have to do is tell your story, and the people who were supposed to hear it will hear it, and the people who are not supposed to hear it won't hear it. And that is it. That's life. It's a beautiful thing when you finally understand how to just be yourself, because you are the brand. This is what I teach my clients every day. Every day when we meet for our coaching calls and we do our pep talks in the morning, every day I remind them, guess what? You're good enough. You are worthy enough, just the way God created you. The message that's in your heart, the story that's in your belly, the book that's in your belly that you've been dreaming about, it's already enough for the people who need it. All you need to do is surrender to the coaching, surrender to the guidance and the mentorship, and focus on the path. See, some of you don't have a path. You don't have a clear roadmap. That's why I'm here. That's what I do. I help people create a roadmap for their desired destination. I'm the Uber for you. I'm the Uber for the new author. The new author comes in, they sit down, they tell me where they want to go, and that's where we go. Right? But you got to be clear. And that's where the brain dumping comes in. That's why we write. That's why we meditate. That's why we come together and we do our journaling, because journaling is the beginning. Journaling was the beginning of my book. I couldn't write the book without the journal. And that's where we start. Okay. So if you're ready to start your journey, and you're ready to get some guidance and support and have a community come wrap their arms around you, let's go. Look for the link in the comments. Pay your $1 to get in today, and we will see you on the next call. Bye now.